Hey guys, and welcome back to my ant series. It has been absolutely ages since I did an update. I believe the last time I did one, they had just moved into this new setup, and I promised to do a follow-up video on how they get on with it, so that's what we're doing today. Now, as you can see, I have placed this above Minnie's tank, so you can sort of see the top of the deep heat projector here. We have a narwhal, obviously, and I have little Lego people of myself. That's me. So I'm kind of presenting this face reveal. But the reason I do this is actually because there is a slight bit of heat coming from Minnie's tank. So we can look at that right now on this thermometer. Just do that. Let's see what that says. I do not do Fahrenheit very well. 25. So as far as I know, Lasius Nigers, I think, do well in 23 to 27. I don't know. So it's in the middle. It's a nice temperature, and I feel like they really needed it through summer so they can really expand on their colony. In winter, I will be putting them in a cooler temperature to properly hibernate. So before I full on show you the colony, I did want to quickly do a rundown on this tank and how well I'm getting on with it. I will say cleaning out and feeding them is so much easier now. It doesn't feel like I'm intruding on their space. I don't run the risk of any workers trying to escape. It's just simply I take off the little roof bit, fill up the water, put fresh cotton and fresh honey in there. I don't have an insect at the moment. I usually give them insects later on in the evening when I feed my geckos, so as you can see I'm just putting honey in there for now, but it's so much easier. The only downside I will say is I don't get to see them as much. Now I didn't see them too much when they're in the test tube because I kept them in the dark, but it's harder to film them since there's like a red screen here. However, it does seem like they've been doing well, and I wanted to show you clips of them like coming out and eating, but I have noticed it only doing it really at night, and as soon as I turn on the light to film, they've run off, so there isn't much footage or any footage of that, to be fair, but I can show you how the colony is getting on now. So as you can see, you may be able to see, there are quite a few, but I think a lot of them are in that darker bundle right near the cotton. So I'm going to put my torch to the other side and see what we can see. Okay, there's a lot more now. You see there's a lot at the bottom. The queen is obviously the bigger part. There you go, there she's moving. And some nights I've been here and I've seen a lot more, so it doesn't seem like that many. But I think a lot of them are bunched up by the cotton, so they might be moving out now. But I can't remember exactly how many we had before they moved in here, but I certainly think they have grown, and I have seen a brood in here. It's difficult to see, and this is probably one of the problems with me filming this. I feel like if you're just owning ants, this is perfectly fine, but if you're filming them, it's a little more difficult because obviously the red like prevents them from getting a bit stressed out. It means you can view them without like keeping them dark and suddenly opening their like whatever they're in. So this is great for just viewing as like a general owner, but filming is a little bit difficult. But yeah, they are doing good and I'm happy to see that. Now, as I said earlier, they don't usually come out. However, the other night when I put some food in for them, oh god, it stuck to me. Okay, there's a lot came out, so I'm hoping if we wait and if we're patient, maybe some workers will pick up on that scent and come out and see the food. Another thing I quickly wanted to show you in this video was an update on the harvester ant colony. Now, it has been absolutely ages since the queen died. I'll put a date here when I did the video when she actually unfortunately passed away. And this colony, I thought the workers would die out kind of quick, because you think, what triggered the queen to die? Like, why did she die so easily and the workers were still going? But actually, they've lasted a really long time. If we pull back here, we still have, let's see, maybe 3 or 4, actually maybe 5 workers still left, so they're still going. I don't know how, it's been absolutely ages. I know some people say workers only last a few months, some say a year or more, but they've done really well for themselves, so of course I'm still keeping them here, I'm still looking after them, but yeah, they're still alive and kicking. So I left them for a while, but no one's come out. But if they do this evening, I'll film it and put that clip in here. It's only a little bit later, and they've all come up. Well, not all of them, it's like 5 or 6. But they're investigating the mealworm pupa. These ones are climbing up the wall, and I think there's one by the water, but yeah, as you can see, you probably get like maybe max 6 or 7 workers out at a time, but that was pretty cool to see them. Pop down there and return to the test tube. As you can see, that you can see a bit more now actually, now it's a bit brighter. But yeah, overall, I really like this little tank. It's really good if you're just like owning these as pets. If you're trying to film it, it can be a little trickier. I also really love the water tower because it's so much easier than, like, obviously their test tube has some, and I might put some sugar water maybe in here. I don't know, should I keep it as water or sugar water? Also, there's a duck. But yeah, I really like it. We did have one escapee, and I don't know if it came out like a little gap here or somewhere around here, but I don't know how it got out. Luckily, we haven't had any more. But yeah, now one thing I did want to say, and this is kind of important, as you may be able to tell, there's not tons to update on the ant colony since it's still a growing colony. They've moved into a new house, so there's not tons when they're this small to update on. And soon we'll be going into winter and they'll be hibernating. So I was thinking, would you prefer if I did little stories about them over on Amino? Now this isn't sponsored, but I do stories on Amino sometimes. I haven't in a while, but I could do some ant ones. So if you're a member over there on that app, I will leave my profile here so you can follow me. And yeah, answer the poll here. Would you prefer me to just do updates now and again on YouTube, or a little more frequent stories on Amino? But yeah. So sorry this has been a little bit short and not too much has happened and the ants are being kind of shy, but things are going well, so that's a positive. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and goodbye.